How we doing? Oh yeah, got my breakfast biscuit in the tank and coffee going. Good to go. So we're gonna cover my Saturday mornings. They were the highlight of the week, um, and we'd always be put to bed early, or regular time on a Friday, and come Saturday morning because we knew, or I knew, that it was a Saturday morning. I was excited to get up. And I don't know if you guys knew this, but back in my day when I was a child, not only did we have three channels, but those channels did not broadcast 24/7. No, they signed off at night and they started up again in the morning. Because nobody's up in the middle of the night watching TV. That's not the way things worked. So I would wake up in the morning and I'd see what time it is. And sometimes I would get over to the TV and turn it on, and there'd be nothing but these a crossbar with a humming sound in the background. That just meant it's too early. Can't watch TV yet. So I'd turn the sound off, and I'd leave them crossbars on because the minute they fired up, them crossbars are going away, and and it's on. It's Saturday morning. And I remember laying there looking at them crossbars, just waiting, waiting, and waiting. And I remember my brothers or sister would wake up and see the crossbars and they'd go back to sleep. But I'd sit right there waiting for that TV station to fire up. And then all of a sudden, like it does, it starts right out with the national anthem. And that's when my brothers and sisters would say, "Okay, it's time," and they'd pop up, and we'd all get ready to watch Saturday morning cartoons. The TV stations, they devoted that Saturday morning to the kids, and they competed for that time too. They all had the cool cartoons, but see, they knew that the kids wasn't up really early, or they weren't supposed to be. And so the first hour or maybe two, it was old cartoons. It was ones that they had already made and they could just broadcast them. But come 7 o'clock, oh, the newest stuff came on. Matter of fact, that whole branch between 7 and 10 o'clock, that was primetime kid TV. And we didn't have VCRs or anything like that. So if your ass wanted to see it, you better be up and watching it. Because once it's gone, it's gone. And we'd get our breakfast and usually a bowl of cereal. There were times we didn't have a lot. So, matter of fact, I remember mornings when all there was in the cupboard was cornflakes. And there was no milk. But I figured out how to eat it with water and sugar, and I was cool. I mean, it's one thing about that. You don't get over full on that. You literally eat what you need to get by. And that was breakfast. But those Saturday morning cartoons and the laughter of me and my brothers and sisters, and then watching outside because there's a go time for that too. That's next. See, in Iowa here, we have dew really bad in the mornings. You go out there too early, and you're just going to get soaked. And so we always stayed in and watched the cartoons until the ground started to get dry enough to where you could get out and play in the grass. And there were times we pushed it. Yeah, we ended up wet tennis shoes, but they dried out. They dried out. because it was hard holding us inside. Come on, man, it's a 2-bedroom house with 6 kids. Hell yes, get me the hell out of here. Yeah. Even if it's just walking in the damn yard, I'm tired of being in this house. No. And I always had different things to do. One time, see, we were in Bennett on our little ways of having fun. And one of the things we learned when we was little is you make your own fun. We had a way of taking a weed that grew down at our house. It was a straight stick. It was kind of hollow in the core. And we would break those sticks off. And with nothing more than kite string and newspaper and a little bit of glue, we could make our own kites. And wow, when we got that figured out, man, we got it going on. And we would sometimes, Friday night was all about building a bunch of kites because they broke. They were not the most sturdiest things. But we'd build kites on Friday night and then be ready to go on Saturday morning with the whatever we made the night before. And the awesome part was that, it really was like a crafts hour. And, my mama used to do so many different things like that with us. Simple things like coloring books and crayons. And just sit us in a circle on the table, and we'd sit there and color, and she'd go around and watch the work that we did, and it was an awesome time. And never really anything about money. It was about time spent. And so, yeah, we didn't have it luxurious. But we had each other, and it was really memories I'll never forget. And I'll be able to show all you some of them Saturday mornings. And the thrill of those cartoons. That's one thing that I think that kids have lost is the appreciation for TV that we had back then. Because nowadays you just pop it on anything and watch it anytime and watch as much of it as you want. We were on a budget. 3 hours. The whole United States. It was, and we all did it at the same time. I mean, not that they didn't have other kid shows and specials and such, but our weekly budget of TV was that 3 hours Saturday morning. They did have a Sunday morning version, but they were older cartoons, and usually we got our fill up with what we got on Saturday. So even the ratings, they'll tell you that they weren't that strong on Sunday because children had their fill of cartoon time or sitting in front of that tube. They were ready to go out and play. And so Sunday literally was waiting for the ground to dry. And sometimes saying, to hell with it, I can live with wet tennis shoes. And out you went. And Saturday mornings where there was snow on the ground, that was different during those winter months. We still went outside. Yes, we did. We didn't hesitate. Problem is, it was a limited time exposure kind of thing, because you'd get wet, and as soon as you got wet, then you start getting cold, and you have to come back in. And I used to remember my mom saying, "Okay, you're only doing this once. No, after that, you're done for the day. No more outside. No more." Because she had to hang up those clothes to dry. We didn't have a dryer, and she had to hang them up inside. So, yeah, that was quite the setup. We had a big center living room that with one natural gas heater in the center. Or not the center, but the center of the side. And the other side was the two doors to the two bedrooms. And the other end was the kitchen. But string up a line and get those clothes and shoes all dry. And we didn't necessarily have a line. A lot of times it was just lay it on top of stuff and let them dry. But we never got to do it twice in one day. It was like, no. You get out there, you have your fun, and when you're ready, when you come in, that's it, no more. And that's what we did. But, living on that budget of entertainment, we were satisfied. It in a lot of ways, kids get spoiled with being entertained today, I think. I think they think this world revolves around them, and it's the parents' fault because they don't budget their entertainment. They're really spoiled in a way that sets them off on the wrong foot. And so I kind of understand that more now than I ever did. I didn't realize I was on a natural entertainment budget. But that's the way it was back then. That's how it worked. Because pretty much right after 10 o'clock, the cartoons slowly died out and it became more adult TV. And then it was Saturday afternoon westerns. Wow. Westerns upon westerns upon westerns. And sports. And Sunday, the ABC World of Sports. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was more adult TV. And I did enjoy that as I got older, but I always felt that sports was one of those things you do, not watch. And so it really was hard for me to enjoy. I mean, I don't know if y'all ever sat through a golf match, but I'm thinking I'd rather be the one out there smacking that ball than watching somebody else do it. I don't see the entertainment in it. And that's the way I always was with basketball. It just didn't work for me to watch somebody do it. I got better things to do. And so I didn't ever get into basketball, except when I played it. And a bunch of the other sports. I never really followed watching people play it. I liked playing it myself. And that's what me and my brother, it was kind of a perfect setup. Me and my brothers, we had four of us. There's two on each side. Two middle ones were always teamed up, and I always had my youngest brother, John. And we played all the sports. Soccer, baseball. We had a basketball hoop. We didn't really have a basketball court, though. We had a chunk of cement that was there, and that was we played a game called Round the Clock, and you shoot from one spot, and when you made it, you moved to the next part of the clock, and then when you made it, you moved to the next spot of the clock, and you go all the way around the court until you get to 12 o'clock, which is in the center. And when you got that shot, you won the game. Man, we played that one forever. That was probably the funnest basketball time I had. And I got pretty good at shooting. I did. Not a lot of cardio in that one, but, it was cool to be able to make them shots. And when you made them really awesome shots, it's like, yes. Oh, yeah. Because, see, the cool part is around the clock, see, when you made a hoop, you automatically got moved to the next point of the clock, and you get to shoot again. And then you make it, and then you go to the next spot. And as long as you keep making it, you can go all the way around the clock and win the game. The other guy never even getting a shot. Didn't happen often. As soon as you missed, it was their turn. So that's that's what we did. And then Foursquare. Foursquare was a game that we played at our school, and we played at home, and that was a lot of fun. Simple game with a ball, 4 squares, simple set of rules, and all you're doing is bouncing a ball back and forth, and working towards the server spot. And yeah, all the neighborhood kids, we'd get in and we'd play Foursquare. And being 4 brothers, Foursquare worked pretty good. So that was our Saturdays and our Sundays. I'll never forget them, and I'll cherish them always. And mind you, a lot of them are still gone. But again, this is the coolest part about this, is we'll be able to replay those all we want when we get up there on the other side. When we get the chance to talk and spend time with our family members that we grew up with and did that, we'll be able to share those with each other and friends and such. Nothing is ever lost that you do here. Nothing. Everything that you have done in the nursery is permanently stored and recorded and available for playback. So, and it's so much better than watching it on TV up there. It's more like a holodeck experience. So, anyway, I'm going to watch some more music, drink some coffee, and I'll be coming back to you with some more cool memories and things that of my life, and maybe spark a few in yours, and let you remember, because that's what he does. When you want to sit back and just reflect, you open your heart, and next thing you know, he's got the video player going in your head, and you got these memories of your childhood and what you appreciated. Enjoy the show. I'll be back.